Oh, all right. This is the other side of the feed I showed you. I sent you the video for it. So this is the water closet. And these are the lavatory stub outs. I tried to bring, well, it's hard to explain a little bit, but downstairs, when the holes were put down to go into the basement through the plate, you'll see them in different spots. Now this is like a 12-inch spread on the sink. Now that works because it'll fit under the vanity. I like to have a 4-inch spread if I can, or a 6 or an 8. Well, this is 12-inch simply because even though I just missed this beam up here, downstairs when I tried to do a spread that way, it just didn't work. So I always go in multiples. So if it's 4, I'll do 4. If it's 6 works, I'll do 6. If 8 works, I'll do 8. If 12 works, I'll do 12. 12, 10 are spreads that usually work under a vanity. If you had a pedestal sink, of course, the furthest you usually go is about 4, because the idea is to try to hide the valves behind the pedestal. So well, anyway, that worked out. I'm going to measure this and put the diverter in, and one bathroom will be actually PEXed and done deal. So let's see. Let's see about the hot. All right, the hot is off. So basically what I'm going to do with these are shape the PEX so I can make them go like this, and then run the other piece to the diverter. Pay attention what I said in earlier videos about the shower head. I haven't read all the specs on the new Moen diverters. I wouldn't doubt that it's possible you could run PEX to the shower head, so you guys can comment on that. I almost never do it, and the reason being, if you're doing up to 5-6 bathrooms in the house, the cost of your job, if you can't include 5 bathrooms, 5 pieces of copper to do the shower head, you got a real problem. And hey, maybe the budget's that tight that you can't include $30 or whatever it is for 5 pieces for a shower head. Also, without reading all of the products, all the ones made out, all the diverters, usually 1/2-inch copper will work with any shower head. And like I said, read your literature on whatever brand of diverter you're using, because there are some out there that if you use PEX, it won't work. And guys, I've learned that the hard way. I haven't fallen into that trap because I just don't use PEX for shower head risers. Maybe to come a day I will. I mean, I'm quite sure, again, if you're in a building and you're doing 500 bathrooms, now it makes a difference in the price. You probably hunt down a diverter that could use PEX or some other material that would be less expensive than copper. So, okay, so this is also our temporary bathroom for the trades. So I've been setting it up so that my roughing inspection is coming, and I've been setting it up so I could pull the water closet, temporary water closet, out the way. There's also a lavatory sink in there, temporary lavatory sink, and make a method where I can seal it off and fill the DWV, all the pipes, with water. Because this is the first floor, you want to make sure it's sealed good. And one of the things I was going to mention that I had partially mentioned in another video is about the laundry tray. So I can get it out here. I got a hose on it because I've been testing and dumping and loading the water I put this block here to help steady the box. The laundry tray box is Odie, again, not supporting or knocking down any manufacturer. I'm just saying my personal preference. I like Odie. Odie makes a nice box. This one, I forgot who makes it already, but it's not as sturdy or not as thick as the Odie box. Even with the Odie box, I will have a habit of putting a block of wood. And in this case, I ran the screws, I think, through the back. Yeah, I put these in here, and I angled them up into that 2x4. And what that does, it just makes the box rigid. You know, and then I leave it sticking out a 1/2 inch for the sheetrock. This closet will be sheetrocked and painted, so I used a 1/2 inch on it. The other thing I want you to notice is I'm using one of these wing nut plugs called a gripper. You can see it there. And I got this tight, but what I will do is take a piece of wood. All right, I got a piece of wood up here to make this part rigid. It has to be repositioned right over the wing. And then I will take a piece of wood, 2x4, and jam it in here. Not really tight, just jam it so this plug can't move. Again, this is the first floor, so by the time I get filled all the way to the roof, I could be looking at close to 18 PSI at this plug. And with all the weight coming down plus the PSI, I've had them blow out. Even when you tighten them like crazy, I've had them blow out of the laundry trays. And that's why I don't put the waste and overflows together for the tubs. Most of your inspections for tubs and shower pans, they want to see water in that pan, water in the tub. That's just a standard. I believe it's code everywhere. What I always do is make sure that I have an access panel for the back of all the tubs. And in this case, or you can see in some of the other cases, I actually glued a cap on the trap arm, the pipe that will be part of the trap arm to hold the pressure. And then once I'm done with my test, I'll connect the waste and overflow, fill the tub, and then the inspector can actually see the DWV, the roughing on his final. It usually works out. I have had inspectors say, no, I want water in the tub. And then you got to devise some way to put water in the tub and hold back all the water above you, meaning if you're on the first floor, second, third, fourth, whatever, don't forget every level you add is easy 6 PSI. So you're talking 4 or 5 levels. That's a lot of pressure down there, and you got to devise a way to stop the water from just coming through the overflow. And toe touch won't work. I guess you could take the same gripper cap and put it in the plug in the floor. I've also seen guys take those PVC discs that fit inside the socket of the fitting and glue them into the trap or something. But these are socket glued waste and overflow assemblies because we're using toe touch. So where you would put it, I guess, in the trap arm or something, then you'd have to take a snake and try to break it later. So it's easy, just don't put the doggone thing on. Glue a cap, cut the cap off later, hook up the waste and overflow. If the inspector is that insistent that the tub be filled up, then he's going to have to come back in multiple levels. You're going to have to do it floor by floor or something. Shower pans I've gotten away because I was able to put a gripper down in the pan, fill it up, and then fill the pan up so that it's all solid water. Because with a shower pan, you only have one hole to worry about for the drained water to go down. In a tub, you got the overflow and the shoe. So you'd have to plug that thing down by the trap or the trap arm to stop the water from coming back. So there you go. We did get almost long-winded on this one, almost a 10-minute video. Just wanted to update you, and we'll have more coming. The HVAC guys did come, and it was, I guess, the A team or the rescue team, and they did more in one day than the rest of the guys did in weeks. And they were here yesterday. They got the unit in place. They pushed up the trunks, fixed a lot of stuff. So hurrah for them. These two guys apparently are the A team in that company, and I can see why they stay so busy, and they send them everywhere. But they're good, smart young men, and they did a great job yesterday. So we're actually going to be start running natural gas to the heating units soon. But right now, I'm going to stay on domestic water, and I'm going to get all of the bathrooms to this level, or at least that level. And again, I'd love to call for my roughing inspection soon. So once the domestic water is done, the gas is ready. All I got to do is plate up, nailer plates or nail plates, wherever you call them, everywhere I need them. And I'm ready for inspection. So, all right, see you on the next one.